Welcome to the Beaver County Softball Network. My name is Bill Littler, and we are here at Independence School District out in Hopewell, with where we're going to be watching CV Navy team against the Hopewell Gold team, and this is the 10U division. So this will be the second game of the elimination series. And just to explain a little bit more, each of the 10U games will play 2 games, and then based on the results of those 2 games, the teams that are 2-0 and 1-1 will move on to the bracket, and the teams that are 0-2 will be eliminated. Between these 2 teams, Hopewell Gold won their first game, and CV Warriors Navy lost their first game. So the CV Warriors team here is facing elimination, and Hopewell is in, but they're playing for the best seed that they can get. So this should be a good game. These two are matched up fairly evenly, so we'll see what happens. And they're going over ground rules right now. Well, they were. It looks like they're going to get started here. So just want to start off by saying if you are on Facebook, please follow us. When you see our posts on Facebook, I need you to like them, share them, and comment them. All of the interaction will bring in revenue to the network, and that's what we use to keep everything free for everybody to watch. So just help us out through social media. Now, I'm not saying for you to go get an account on Facebook. If you aren't on Facebook, I'm jealous of you, and I don't expect you to get on Facebook for the network. But if you are on Facebook, please follow us and interact with our posts. And then, of course, you're watching on YouTube, we need you to subscribe to our network. And if you don't know how, you can ask anyone. You can even reach out to me if you want, and I can help you subscribe to it. We did reach 1,000 subscribers, and I will announce something in this stream here, this broadcast, in the next couple inning breaks. But we did reach 1,000, so we need to keep growing. We don't want to stop. And of course, now the next big task is to collect watch hours. So the more you watch our streams, the closer we get to this monetization goals that we have. So Hopewell is the home team. They did win, so they'll be the home team. Then CV will bat first. And it looks like we're going to get started here, so thanks for watching. Tomorrow we have 8U games that we rescheduled due to rain on Monday. And then next week we have, I think, 12U plays their second games on Monday. And then Tuesday we'll start the brackets. So we are getting close to the championship games, which will be held in Anaheim Park in, where are they? In Monaca. So here we go. First pitch. There's a hard hit. And that's going to get through. So that's one way to start. And it looks like she's going to two on a bad throw. So she'll be on second here. Sorry about that. Hit the buttons too many times. Okay, so this is number 13, Paisley. Another nice hit. It's going to hit the third, and she'll be safe. And number 13, Paisley, will advance to second. All right, so we got second and third with nobody out. My phone service is bad, so I don't have access to Game Changer. I have a T-Mobile card that's actually doing good so far. I don't want to jinx anything for the stream, but it is staying connected here. 0 drops, which is nice. Now this is 00. I want to say it's Reagan. I know some of the CD players, but not many of the Hopewell players. So we'll just make do with what we got. What's the count, Blue? I don't know. I missed it. He's not going to tell us. There's a swing and a miss, and that'll be strike 3. Every time I do this CV team, my streams get flagged for copyright because of all the music they play. It's not a big deal on YouTube. I can mute the music that that aren't friendly with copyright issues. Some of them don't care, but no, if you ever stream your games on Facebook and you get dropped, it's because of copyright. If they detect a song playing on that live stream, they'll drop the live feed without even saying anything. Just cut it off. I know a lot of people don't like streaming on Facebook because of that. There's a pop-up. It's going to be out of play. Ooh, that got her. Do a replay on that one. See if they're checking her. Well, she's good. She's one of those sisters. They're tough cookies. All right, I believe this is Emmy. My daughter, Macy, works with her a little bit with the speed and agility stuff. She's one of Macy's favorite students just because she wants to do it so bad. Very easy to coach. There's a pop-up. Foul ball out of play. that hit her. So she gets on first. And that scores the first run. So bases are still loaded, and I don't think there's any out. This tie. Oh, there's a tree in front of me. There's a swing and a miss. I'm actually in center field underneath a tree, so I'm in the shade. The only thing I'm nervous about is snakes. Grass is kind of high. Woods behind me. Called strike 3. There's a ball hit. First makes the play, tags the out, and that will be 3 outs. So according to my book, CB only scored 1. So that's got to be a win for Hopewell. So let's see what Hopewell does when they come back here in the bottom of the first. So the BCFPL Lake Championship Series it's already started. So we're moving on through the first 2 games, and then we're going to seed everybody for the 8U, 10U, and 12U brackets. So the championship games right now are scheduled to play on July 2nd. Of course, we need to pray for dry weather, so we'll see what happens with that. But right now they're on July 2nd, and they're going to be played all in the same evening, so it could be a late night. So the schedule shows that we'll be done by 11 p.m. and hopefully before that, but we'll see. But this is the first year for 8U to be included in the championship. So I know I'm excited for that. You know, I always feel 8U is one of the most fun divisions to watch, to coach, for the girls to play. I mean, it's just a really fun environment. So I'm excited to stream that game. All right, so we're getting warmed up here. I think pitching is number 13, Paisley. I know maybe 4 girls on this team, just because I've done several of their games and also with Rage. And then I think I only know maybe 1 or 2 girls from Hopewell. And like I said, I'd follow Game Changer, but Verizon just doesn't have a good signal down at these fields. But obviously, T-Mobile is rocking it right now. All right, here we go. First pitch for Hopewell. Looks like a Ohio Blast girl. First pitch is a ball. There's a strike. 1-1. It's tie. So we got 2-1 count. Missed inside. So it's 3-1 count. Ball 4. Now this is 10U, so with 4 balls, the coach comes in and finishes the strike zone. So there's 1 strike on this batter. So the batter gets 4 pitches and 1 strike. So we'll see what happens. And the umpire is calling strikes. That ball's popped in the air to second, and she drops it. So the runner will be safe at first. Looks like she was underneath it. You know, she didn't get completely underneath it. These girls got to learn that when you're catching those pop-ups like that, if you miss it, you want to get hit in the forehead with it. Missed tie. Now there's nobody out, so the runner on first cannot steal when there's less than 2 outs. 2-0 is the count. Miss low. So that's 3-0. There's a strike. That's the thing with pitching. When you, especially when you're young and still learning, you have to repeat your delivery. So when you get that strike, you want to do it in the same way. So when you change your mechanics from pitch to pitch, that's what screws you up. And it's tough when you're young, just because they don't have that muscle memory. So there's ball 4, and there's 1 strike. So the coach got 4 pitches or 2 strikes. And she hits the one right away. Play it first. Does he call her out? She's safe. I thought she was safe. Just by a step. All right, so base runners are on first and second. Nobody out.
Hey, outfield. I don't think you're deep enough.
This is one of the girls I know from Hopewell. Her dad is the owner of the Hopewell Sports Nation. And that got away from her, so the girl on second can advance to third. But she didn't. So we're still first and second. Missed high on that one. Now she gets the third. All right, so there's runners on the corner, nobody out.
Nevaeh, back up.
There's a pop-up. And that's going to be, it's going to be fair. That's a tough play on the run. She almost would have been better off to let that bounce and see what happens to it. All right, so we got bases loaded, and I don't think there's anybody out. Call strike. Strike two.
Greg and Emmy, in a little, go home with it.
Missed high. This is another short backstop. But with, actually this, with Tenyu, you can't steal home, so.
Might a little.
There's a strike. Is that three? It is three. So that's the first out. Bases are still loaded.
Don't rush yourself.
First pitch is a ball. Two no. To have one out, bases loaded. Another ball. Swing and a miss. She might have helped her out a little bit. There's a strike. So I think we have a 2-2 count. Oh no, we have full count. That's strike three. That'll be 2 outs.
All right, 2 outs, listen. 2 outs, force outs everywhere. Jay, go back to third base. I have a shortstop. You're good. You don't need me. Just relax and pitch. Emmy, back up. 2 outs.
There's a strike. The pitcher's definitely settled down a little bit. Doing a lot better now. Missed inside. Is that 3-1? I think it is. Come on, Blue. Tell us. That's a strike. So now we got a full count. Called strike three. And that'll end the inning. So they packed the bases, and CV had 3 strikeouts to get out of it. So we will be back with the second inning.
Maddie, Emma, Gia, Riley, Nevaeh.
Sounds like it's to me. Come on, Art. Catch it, David.
Right, so if you follow CV is winning 1-0. And here we go with the top of the second. We're waiting for the catcher. Here she comes. And here's the throw down to the second, and we're ready to roll. There is a nice breeze out here. Yesterday, when I streamed, it was so hot, I couldn't believe it. Miss Ty. Yeah, it was hot. It was hot. Wow. It's hot today, but it's not too bad with the wind. Called strike. Foul ball. There's a ball play. Got past the pitcher, and she's going to be safe at first. The pitcher tried to field it. It just bounced over her glove. All right, so we have a runner on first with nobody out. There's 4 outfielders at 10U, so it's a little challenging to find that angle where you don't have bodies in the way. Missed, and again, there's less than 2 outs, so there's no stealing of second. You're only allowed to steal second when there's 2 outs. Called strike. The reason for that is, at least the concept is to keep that force out at second base so the girls can work on getting the lead runners and potentially turning two. At 10U, when you have girls at this level, it's hard for them girls to throw that ball to second to get out the. What's that? She swung and missing that one. But yeah, it's hard for the catchers at this age to make that throw to second, and it's tough for the shortstop to field it and tag. There's a lot of stuff going on there. I know when my daughter played, they didn't have those rules in place, and she would get on first, steal second, steal third, and then it's just the way it was. She probably had 100 steals that her 10U season. This pitcher's starting to struggle a little bit. I thought she did pretty good the first inning. It's hard. These pitchers at this age are just starting, just learning. You can see they're kind of all over the place. So that was ball 4. So the coach is going to come in. Do you have a base runner on first base? So pop up out of play. That's another foul. So now she has 2 strikes, 2 pitches. So she has to hit this ball here. She can take one more if it's not in the strike zone. Oh, there's a hit. And it's off the shortstop. Everyone's going to be safe. It's one thing that really is important at 10U is you have to keep those coaches off the field. Walks are tough, in regular games, whether it's varsity or college, whatever. But when the coaches come in to pitch, it's really easy for these girls to hit them coaches. She's going to steal 3. She'll be safe. It's a nice play by the catcher. Now she needs to just learn to step behind that batter to give her a good lane to throw. You can tell when she threw, she kind of held up her throw a little bit. She didn't want to hit the batter. She just has to put her body in a position where she can make that throw. All right, here comes the coach. We have first and third. And I don't think there's any outs. You got a feel for that umpire sweating back there. I don't know what we're waiting for. Here we go. Foul ball.
Pitcher, I need one foot or both feet in the circle. Thank you.
1 or 2. Let's go, Rock. Go, Rock.
It's a hit down to first. She makes the play. Gets the out, but the run scores. So we have runner on third. I think there was an overthrow, so they were able to advance to third base. There was an out made on that batter, and then also a run scored.
Hey, way to stay in there. Quicker though. Quicker, okay?
Swing and a miss.
Hey, girls, one out. Plays at one. I'm second. Two outs. Plays at home. Got it, Nevaeh.
Missed tie. I think the count's 2-2.
You're so nervous. You've only been hit once. You batted like 30 times this year.
Missed outside. Here comes the coach. There's 2 strikes on the batter. Strike 3. That'll be 3 outs. So CB does score 1. So they are up 2-0. And we'll see what Hopewell does with their at-bat bottom of the second after a break.
Sally Patterson, you're going to second. G, you're going to third base. Huh? First. Cat, you're really short. See that?
So we did reach 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. So what that does is there's a couple things that needs to happen before you monetize. 1,000 subscribers is the first big thing, and then after that we need to get 3,000 watch hours, and then that unlocks some things where you can monetize, and then 4,000 watch hours will get you even more things. So I promised everybody that I would release this small ball episode. It's called Parent Guide, Choosing the Right Travel Softball Team. So that is going to be released on Sunday at 7 p.m. on the BCSN network. So yeah, it should be a good one. And if you guys don't know me, I typically say what's on my mind, and there's a lot to be said with travel softball in our area, and I hope I can make some sense of it and give some, especially the new parents, give them a good idea on what to look for and how to select that team for their daughter. There's a lot of deception out there. You got to be careful. All right, so this is the bottom of the second, and Hopewell needs to score a couple here. First one's a strike.
Maddie. Good.
Called strike 2. Called strike 3. Now, I know a couple of these girls for Hopewell are 8U call-ups, so that may have been one. I know it's pretty scary that first time you see live pitching. I remember when my daughter first played at 10U and saw her first live pitching. It was a girl named Kiara Witt from Rochester, and she was a very tall girl for her age, and she threw the ball hard, and my daughter was in the box, and she took one off the arm, and it hit skin. It just echoed through the park, and I'm standing on third coaching. There's a strike, and I'm thinking to myself, she's quitting. She's never going to play again. She's done. And she walked up to me, and I was going to check on her, make sure she's okay. And she's crying, and I said, "Are you okay?" And she shook her head yes. And I said, "Order strike 3. That'll be 2 outs." She said, "Yeah, I'm okay." And I said, "Why don't you hustle to first so these people don't think you're hurt?" She said, "Okay." She ran first, and the rest is history. So but it is scary for these young kids. So there's 2 outs. Missed low on that one. I would venture to guess this is another 8U player. She looks small. Miss Ty. That's a strike. Ball 4. Here comes the coach. There are 2 outs. Let's see what this girl can do here. Yeah, you can see she's an 8U player. Much more comfortable swinging at that coach. Swing and a miss. That's strike 3, and that'll end the inning. So CV Navy is keeping a 2-0 lead. We'll be back with the 3rd inning. So football season is almost here. Hard to believe. Last year we did this survivor pool to raise money for the network, and I think we got 60 registrations or entries, and the pot was over $300. So I'd like for this to grow this year. I'd like to see us get 100 entries, and most of the entry money goes back into the pool, and the network takes a 40% cut, and then 60% goes to the winner of the poll. So they didn't release this yet, but when they do, I'll let everybody know, and I hope you join us and help support the network through this fundraiser. If you don't know what Survivor Pool is, all you got to do is pick a winning team every week. You don't even really need to know the game. You can just pick a winning team, and if you win, you survive for the next week. If you lose or your team loses, and you're eliminated. And the only trick is you can't pick the same team twice in the season, so you can only pick them once. And that's what makes it tough. You know, the further you go into the season, the more challenging it gets to pick those winners. But it's a lot of fun, and it helps the network. I want to buy a few new toys over the winter for next spring, so hopefully people start investing in me, support the fundraisers, and of course buy things off of the shop. That's a nice hit. That goes clear to the fence, and she's going to go 3, and she'll be safe. It's a nice hit. There's a hit to third, and she throws off, and she'll be safe at first. That'll be an RBI too. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again. It's 2 strikes. Ball inside. So we got 2-2 count, I think. That's a hit. That's going to be fair. Down the line. It's going to score 1. It's a nice rip. And she'll stay at second, I believe. Yeah, she's on second base. Nice hit. Called strike. I don't think there's any outs. Not yet, anyway. There's a pop-up. It's going to be tough. And it'll be foul. And that's really the catcher's ball, but I don't think she realized where it was. Ooh, that one got away from her. Runner's going to advance to third on that one. Miss inside. There's a ball out of play. You can tell this girl is used to faster pitching. She's way ahead of everything. Just gotta think to yourself, wait, then throw, then swing. All right, so we got the coach coming in. I think there's 2 strikes on the batter. And that's a rip. And that'll be fair. And that scores a run. I didn't hit replay. Should have. There's a strike inside. Little tip for her mom. She's watching. Don't let her stride like she's doing. You don't need to step to get power. You want to stay behind the ball. And when she steps, it's taking her out of the hitting zone. That front foot that she places more or less just timing. You don't need to take a stride. There's a swing and a miss. That'll be strike 3. Yeah, there's a lot of girls that really don't even need to do anything with that front foot.
Oh. Let's keep the music down while the batter's in the box, please.
Two balls. Missed high. 3-0. Good eye. There's a strike. Three balls and 1 strike. Ball 4, so here comes the coach. There's 1 strike, so they got 2 strikes or 4 pitches. So foul ball. So that's 2 strikes. There's a hit. The third, big throw, pulls her off the bag, and everyone's going to be safe. First and third. There's a swing and a miss. think there's only one out, so the base runner on first can't go anywhere. Not yet, anyway. So swing and a miss. I just realized I didn't change the inning. It's the third inning. Missed high. There's a swing and a miss. She chased that one. That'll be strike 3. Yeah, that was on the strike zone. All right, so now there's 2 outs, so we'll see that runner steal second base here, or at least we should. And there she goes. So there's base runners at second and third, 2 outs, and we have 1 ball on the batter. 2-0. One thing I'm realizing sitting out here in the outfield is there's a lot of bugs. Missed high. Three balls, no strikes. It's ball 4. Isn't there 1 strike? I don't know. Probably wrong. It's hot. All right, here we go. Is it caught on the fly? Nice play. That'll be 3 outs. I think I was third that made that play. Good job. All right, we'll be back with the bottom of the third with Hopewell's chance to bat. So I have a shop on Etsy. My kids make fun of me, but I don't care. We moved it to Etsy just because the catalog works a lot easier than anything else that I've used. So the only thing is if there's something out there that you want, please email me. Do not order it on Etsy just because there's a lot of extra charges and shipping and stuff that you have to pay for that we can avoid if we just did it, in a neighborhood type of thing. So now people nationally can order stuff on Etsy, and I'll have to, charge you the shipping costs and all handling costs and all that. But for local, I can just do it on the side. So right now I have the bag tags. They're fully customized. Digital. I design them the way you want, and they're a clean slate, so you can whatever you want, you let me know and we'll make it work. And then we're also doing coming soon is plaques. So the plaques for the championship, for the BCFL championship, there's 3 plaques. I did them. So I'll be able to do stuff like that. There's magnets, and those were given to the high school all-star or BCSN team. And then I can also do cooling towels, and I'm going to put up different things that I use for mobile live streaming that, you know, if you may be interested in. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. So check it out on Etsy. I think you can go to shop.bcsoftballnetwork.com and it'll take you there. And of course, any money that's made through the shop goes into the network for cellular fees or equipment upgrades, that kind of thing.
All right, right there, Rod. Stop. You're the third baseman. Right on.
All right, so Hopewell needs to start scoring some runs here. Missed high. CB has a 5-0 lead. You start getting into 6 and 7, and that's when a problem, because you can only score a max of 5 runs an inning. So if you get up to 6 or 7, it'll take you 2 innings to get that back. Ooh, caught the umpire. It's a good one for when balls attack. Caught him right on the ankle, right where there's no padding. All right, so the coach is in there. I didn't know she was. That was the first pitch. There's a hit. It's going to be foul. The brief time I umpired, it was tough at this age because those catchers, you got to hide behind them. There's a called strike, so that's 2 strikes and a batter. But if you watch this umpire, he gets really low behind that catcher. It's a foul ball. That helps, but you still get hit. It's just that's what happens. That's to the pitcher, and it's going to be a wide throw, and the base runner's going to stay. A little bit of a wide throw. All right, so there's a base runner on first base for Hopewell. Foul ball.
Jay, keep going. Keep going. That's good.
You can hear the coach yelling, moving his outfielders. There's 4 of them, so you got to make sure they're in the right spots. That's a pop-up, and it's going to be foul. You can see this heat is really impacting these girls. They don't have no pep in their step. You don't hear them cheering. Only the diehard softball players want to be here right now.
3-2.
Full count on the batter. Missed high. Here comes the coach. 2 strikes on the batter. There's a pop-up. And that's going to fall. And they're going to get the force at second. Yeah, they do. That's a tough play for that runner on first, because if she catches it, she'll get doubled up. He did the best she could there. Is that the second baseman?
Go back fast and come back into it. It hung up there a long time.
I'm not sure. That's where the coach wants her to play, but maybe it is. I'm under that big tree in right center. It's actually cool back here. I'll have to go with this view until that second baseman moves out of my way.
It's good practice anyway.
This outside and low. Call strike.
All 4.
All right, here comes the coach. There's a ball play. Third baseman's gonna get it, and she can't throw it. So that'll be an infield hit.
Outfield, back up about 10 steps in.
In a second, she's still playing way towards the second base bag. A lot of times this girls cheat over to give him a head start to cover second on a steal. That's a shot right by me. That one hop to the fence. And it looks like it's scored 2. It's kind of hard to follow without game changer. We have our view back. Second baseman shifted back. I don't know where she's at. I think she's even more towards second. Oh, she's back. All right, let's go back here. She's almost standing on second base. Yeah, she's real worried about that runner on second. But that leaves a big hole over there, 3-4 hole. There's a throw to third. She'll be safe. It's a nice play by the catcher. Not in timeout.
ball. Kick batter. Second base.
Nope. Hit the batter. She's going to first. Bet you that stung her if it hit her hand.
That's not good.
She seems okay. All right. So we have runners at the corners. Miss Ty.
Cover. The other way, Cal.
What happened?
Cal. Stop acting like you don't know what you're supposed to be doing. Cover two. Okay?
Right, so that was a ball. I don't know why the coach is yelling. No one's stealing here. There's a swing and a miss. There, she's going to steal second there. So we got second and third with 2 outs. The catcher that's there for CV, she has a pretty good arm. That's a ball play. And she's not going to throw. That's a good idea. Just to eat it. Don't give up that run. All right, so bases are loaded. 2 outs. And second baseman is still my way. That one missed high. There's a swing and a miss. That one missed high.
Now the rise ball again. Keep working, you'll get it. Three balls. One strike. 5-1.
So we got a full count. And here comes the coach. And it's missed by third. Short bobbles it. And everyone's going to be safe. So I have a 5-3 score. That's unofficial. Might be wrong. Who knows? So we have bases are still loaded, right? Yep, bases are still loaded. So that's why it's so important to keep that coach out of that circle. That's how you win and continue. Miss Ty. It's low.
Hey, force outs in every bag. Knock it down, touch a bag. Ball four.
Ball 4. Here comes coach.
Zero.
Swing and a miss. She might have tipped it. Swing and a miss there. Strike 2. 2 pitches. There's a hit. That's going to be fair. Scores 1. It's going to score 2. And they got the force there, third. So that'll be 3 outs. But I do believe those run scores, both of them. And that ties the game. I didn't hear the ump say they didn't count, so it's 5-5 according to my scorebook. And we'll be back with the top of the 4th. Thanks for watching. Couple days after we do these streams, we create a instant replay video, so it'll be all the instant replays that I do in the one video, and it's kind of a cool way to watch the games. It's condensed. It only takes 10 minutes to watch instead of the hour and a half, but it'll be available after a couple days. I'm kind of backed up now with all the games I'm doing this week, but we'll get to them. All right, here we go. This will be the top of the 4th. Called strike.
You're going to do this. Swing. Right down the middle.
And that hit her. That hit her. Did it hit her?
Go, keep an eye on the catch and see if you bounce it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I thought it hit her. Called strike. So if it hits you, make sure you act like it hurt, even if it didn't. That way the umpire knows that it hit you. Especially in close games. You want to get on base any way possible. There's a swing and a miss. Chasing after bad pitches. That'll be strike 3. That was way out of the strike zone. All right, so we got 1 out. The top of the 4th. Miss low.
Madison, take a step to your right. Toes towards the catcher. Good.
Called strike. Top of the zone.
Hey, girls, where are we going with the ball?
Called strike. That's 3 strike?
One ball, 2 strikes. Sorry.
Yeah.
One ball.
I didn't think it was strike 3. Good eye.
Yeah.
Called strike 3. Nice pitch. It was kind of a good spot. Hard to hit. So that'll be 2 outs. Missed high.
Hey, girls, we got 2 outs. Way to talk to her, Cece, be ready. Nice pitch, Madison.
Call strike.
Yep.
Swing miss. Got a 2-2 count now. Swing miss. Strike 3. That'll be 3 outs. So we'll be back with the bottom of the 4th. Still a tie game. A lot of people ask me how I do this, and this is pretty much all my hardware. The middle device is the YOLO box. I'm going to get the newest version. It's called a YOLO box Ultra. And there's a couple features in there that I think this network would benefit from, but it's expensive. So I got to raise money for it. But I have behind the plate is a GoPro 9. Then I have a boom mic with it to catch all the sounds of the game. And I have 2 cameras, one in the outfield zoomed in tight, and then I have another one over the first base side of the field. Then I have the hard drive, and then HDMI transmitters, and I have a SIM card that I'm actually using right now. It's T-Mobile, and I was never able to stream live at this facility, but I'm able to do it now with T-Mobile, so that's good to know.
Hey, better.
All right, so here we go. Let's see if Hopewell can put one on the board to take the lead. We are getting close with time. We have about 15 minutes left, around there somewhere. So we'll probably get at least one more inning in after this one. So we'll see. Missed high.
Hey, that's across your body. Try letting go.
2-0. Missed high.
Put more of your foot forward on the rubber so that you're not on the funny angle and uncomfortable. Ball, 4.
Ball 4. I don't think there's any strikes.
You have to have 2 feet inside the circle, Pace.
Missed high.
It's the rules. I don't know why you keep looking at me when I tell you the rules.
There's a hit. And that's going to get through the third baseman. And she's going to go 2. And she's safe. I didn't know if they called her safe or what. Good hustle there. A little late on the slide, but it worked. So there's nobody out. Base runner on second base. The mosquitoes are starting to come out.
Start low. Don't start vertical. Start low so you're ready to play defense. Right on. Like now. Low. Slow down. Oh.
Missed high.
You have to watch your speed.
That got past the catcher, and the base runner is going to head to third. So there's nobody out. And go ahead run is on third base. Now again, this is the unofficial score. There's a called strike. So hopefully I'm right. There's a strike. That's 2 strikes on the batter. Missed high.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Got a full count. Missed that side. So there's 2 strikes on the batter, and here comes the coach. 4 pitches or 1 strike. There's a swing and a miss. That'll be strike 3. All right. So that is the first out, I believe. Missed that side. That one's high. That's a strike. There's a strike.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
2-2 is the count.
Ball.
That hit there. She's definitely ate you. But she took it. Look, she caught it. Looked at her arm. She's like, all right, let's go again. See if she's all right. A lot of times. Oh, yeah, she don't care. Oh, yeah. That girl's going to be a ball player. A lot of times when kids get hit like that, they don't typically react until the coaches react to them.
Out of play.
My device just made a really loud noise, and I don't know why. Oh well. Missed high.
Two balls. Two strikes.
It's a hit. That's going to get to the fence. Score one. And there's second and third.
Hey, outfield! Do you remember all those times I said you guys were too shallow? You're still too shallow.
All right, so that gives Hopewell the lead, if my score is right.
King, you're still too shallow.
That one missed low. Called strike. You see, I know that coach was yelling about being too deep, but this girl, she don't look like someone who can hit it deep. That girl before her did, but not this one.
Three balls. One strike.
So we got a 3-1 count. So my clock shows 1:32. I have a countdown, but I didn't start it for this game. Forgot about it. All right, so here comes the coach. I think there's one strike.
One.
Foul ball.
Two strikes.
That's way high there. It's not easy being a coach's pitch. Call strike 3. Oh, she swung a miss. I missed that. I think I got stung by a bee out here. Kind of jumped. First pitch is a ball. It was a horse fly. I think this is the girl that hit the ball against the fence. One hopped it. Called strike. comes the coach. Ball 4.
Outfield. You're throwing to Paisley at the circle. It's cut off, go home.
Oh, she's calling her shot.
Back up, Taylor.
It's a nice hit. That'll roll to defense. Scores 1, scores another.
Pay attention.
And she can't go on a coach's pitch. Or can she? I don't think she can. Yeah, he's sending her back.
Hey, pay attention.
You only take two bases runners. Coach pitch. Yeah, to be out, yeah. Just here to get up.
So I think it's 8-5. Hopewell's favor here. And with the time, I would think that CV might get one more bat, see if they can tie it or take a lead.
Dad, you should probably back the throw at the third, okay?
Missed outside. There's an attempt to get her at third. She'll be safe. It's a nice throw.
Not a force out. You don't have to have your foot on the bag. Slow, catch and tap.
When you catch them, go down low fast. No. Like in the middle catch, you know? Like move it down fast, okay?
Missed outside. Not by much.
3 balls. 1 strike.
Come on, you got to see what we do. Come on.
Ball 4. Here comes the coach.
Emma, take 2 steps back and 1 step off the bat. Get low, ready to play defense.
Swinging or foul ball.
Thumbs up. 3.
And that's 3 outs. So we'll go to the top of the 5th inning. And this could be CV's last opportunity to tie this up or take a lead. Let's see what happens. We'll be right back.
Outfield stays the same.
Every single ball that you took the
Ari on 3.
is at least a duck.
Aubrey back on the
Nobody feels.
Correct. You're good.
Let the ball land in front of you. You don't
Yes.
have to catch it in there.
Yes.
Okay? I should have to tell you on days 14 years that you get on the one ball.
So Hopewell Sports Nation and Beaver County Softball Network actually partnered up, and we're just trying to help each other grow out our following and stuff. So his daughter's actually playing on his team, Carl, who has this Hopewell Sports Nation. So it's pretty cool that we're doing it. All right, so we're I'm starting to get bit by mosquitoes out here. Okay, we're waiting for the catcher. Where's she at? There she is. All right, so it's real close to the time. And like I said, I didn't start the same time when the umpire did, so we'll probably have a couple minutes here. I'm looking at 140. So I bet you there's maybe 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes left. We'll see what happens here. But CB, they need to make a move right now. I don't think they can mess around in there. Tuno. And that's how to do it, is get that coach in a circle. There's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. That one missed.
3 balls, 1 strike.
All right, so I think the score is 7-5 Hopewell. Okay. There's a foul ball. What's the count? I think it's 2-1. Life is so much easier with Game Changer. Missed low.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Okay, so we got a 3-1 count. I think there's 1 out. Ball 4. So here comes the coach. That's a hard hit. It gets through to the outfield, and she's going to go to the hustle, and she'll be there. Good hustle there by the base runner. Read the throw. All right, so there's a runner on second base. That runner at the plate is the tying run, if I'm right with the score. Then they're going to steal third, and she'll be safe. Offered on the slap bunt there.
Yes.
And she's going to switch to the right side.
Right on.
That's a hard hit. Gets through the infield. That's going to go all the way to the fence. So that'll score one. And she's on second. Not sure why she's swinging to start. That slap on Seth. She has a good swing. Don't overthink it. So the tying run, I think, is on second base. This tie. Hopewell's pitcher does not want that coach to pitch to this girl. There's a foul ball. I wish there was a way for me to check my score. So 7-5, 7-6.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. I do believe the tying run is on second base. Or she might be on third by now. Yeah, she's on third. Now, these games can end in a tie. There's a swing and a miss, strike three. That's a big strike out there. So now that's 2 outs, I believe. Tying run on third. This is getting interesting. This is another good stick here. See what happens. Called strike. Time is called. There's a shot. It's going to be foul.
Oh, you know what? I think you're doing a great job. I do. I think you're a great catcher.
All right, she steps in a box, and I think there's 2 strikes on her, so let's see what we do. Good eye. Good eye. So what's the count, Blue?
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Thank you. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Tying run on first base. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Those are 2 big strikeouts. So, do we have time left for another inning?
Ray, what do you have for score?
So they're checking the score, and I'm interested because I don't know what my score is. Looks like they're going to play another inning. And like I said, my clock, I didn't start it the same time that the umpire started his clock. So that's it. Game over. So Hopewell wins. Big win for Hopewell. All right. So thanks for watching. And I'm going to try to get out and do an 8U game tomorrow. So watch out and see who I pick. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.